Hey guys, Josh Mason here. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I cannot stand this beard. Give me 1 second. Let me clean up real quick. Much better. What should I talk about today? I have an idea that's going to bring about some inspiration. Okay, I figured it out what we're going to talk about. Coronavirus! Woohoo! All right. So, some important things to share with you, okay? I'm going to start it off with a story here. The story goes like this. There's a gentleman who I spoke to about a year and a half ago on the phone, and I was put in touch with him because I was experiencing severe reactions to poison oak, okay, here in the Bay Area. I had two reactions that were so serious, I didn't sleep for about 10 to 12 days, 10 to 12 nights each time. And I'm talking about like 1 to 2 hours of sleep. So we're talking about my old mercury poisoning status. Like, it was making me nuts, all right? And I got put in touch with him, and he taught me some amazing things. He taught me, of course, some practical measures to take when it comes to poison oak, how to cure it practically, the right supplements, the right foods, the right teas. But most importantly, what he taught me was a method that a shaman taught him back in the day when he was experiencing severe reactions. And he was getting reactions even more severe than me. And they were so debilitating that every time he was going out on long hikes, he was coming home with these reactions that would last 7-10 days, and they would take over his whole body. I mean, he said it was truly debilitating for him, okay? What the shaman taught him to pray to the spirit of poison oak. He taught him to pray to the spirit of poison oak because poison oak has a very strong, powerful spirit, and the poison oak has a role in the forest. See, it protects the oak trees and it protects the nature. And you know, here we are as humans just thinking that this poison oak thing is a pain in the ass, and what a pain in the ass. And you know, to a certain degree it is, but it serves a role in nature just like everything else. And when we're disconnected from that role or the purpose or the spirit of the plant, which are kind of all the same thing, then we really lose connection, okay, with truth. So he started praying to the spirit of poison oak. He thanked the spirit. He thanked the spirit. He respected the spirit. He bowed to the spirit. He said, "Thank you for all the lessons. Wow, you are a strong spirit. I don't want to fuck with you anymore. I don't want to play this game anymore. Thank you so much. I got the lessons." Now, sure enough, as the months went by, the combination of praying to the spirit and all of the correct herbs and supplements, and of course not rolling around in it, he got poison oak, and it was the size of a silver dollar, and it didn't even itch. It was a complete change of events. His immune system responded completely differently to this plant than it had prior. Now, I must admit, after that conversation, I haven't gotten poison oak again. I don't know, maybe it's a coincidence, maybe it's not. And I've done a lot of nature walking, and I'm thankful, okay? But what I gathered and why this story popped into my head is because I began to pray to the spirit of coronavirus, okay? I began to thank this spirit for the global awakening, the global death that it is bringing about on this planet. I began to thank the spirit for all the work that she or he is doing on this planet, and I respect this spirit. But the thing is that whatever we fear, we manifest. Whatever we are fighting against, we're going to create, okay? So I'm not fighting with this spirit. I'm not defending myself against the coronavirus. I have thanked the virus for its work, and I am choosing to step out of the game, okay? Am I guaranteed not to get coronavirus? No. But I'm just telling you that the way I operate is in this way that I am praying. I've prayed to the spirit, okay, pretty much once every couple of days, saying, "Thank you, wow, thank you so much." But I refuse to live in fear of the coronavirus. I refuse to make my MO be to not get the coronavirus. This is where I believe we are fucking up royally right now. We are fucking up royally right now of course, as a globe, but even more so, the ones who are educated, okay, like all of the detox industry and the health industry and the supplement industry, those of you who are educated, to be choosing to make your MO to be not getting the coronavirus is so freaking horrid. It's not a high path right now, okay? Let me explain. Guys, 20,000 people die every day from hunger, okay? The amount of deaths on this virus, I know it's a significant amount of deaths and there's families involved. On one of my last videos, I was talking about something and this woman was like, what about the families in Seattle? Guys, this isn't personal. I'm not saying, yes, it's hundreds of, however many, I don't even know how many deaths, over 100,000, probably not even. Yes, they're all families, they're all people. I'm not talking about each individual person. I'm just saying as a general figure, if we take an eagle-eye view, it's really not that many deaths, okay? If we look at the flu, if we look at, illnesses, cancers, heart attacks, if we look at things, lung disease, it's really not a high number. Furthermore, I checked out in Italy, and in Italy, it was, 98% of those people who died had pre-existing health conditions. Yes, this virus is real. No, I don't want to get it, but there's an element here that people are missing. The element that people are missing here is that we do not perform well under defense. This body is not meant to be in defense. For short phases, that's okay, but for long-term situations, your immune system will collapse. We are in isolation right now, and we are on the defense of coronavirus. There's nothing that can make us more sick with every other ailment aside from coronavirus than that. It suppresses the immune system to be in a state of fear. Even to have, again, it's possible to be thinking about the coronavirus all day without any fear. It's possible. It takes a lot of work to do that, to truly wash your hands all the time, do all of these things that people are talking about without fear. It's possible. But I guarantee if you pay attention to yourself, there's this anxiety, this hum in the background that is, I can't get this virus, I can't get this virus, I can't get this virus. Pay attention to that hum. That is the hum of fear. That is the program of fear that most people are not understanding right now. See, I have a business in this health field, and I could surely go around saying, oh, you are fucked if you get this virus. You better come to me and detox and strengthen your immune system, because if you get this virus, you're screwed, and I can double my business or whatever. But here I am, a man in this industry who's telling you that it should not consume you. The most difficult part of all of this is the response to the virus. The crazy events that are going on in the world, the financial collapse, the global chaos. Guys, if you knew how many people and the people who had an agenda right now, and if you look on, just like 9/11, if you saw the chess that was going on the planet right now between light and dark, you would pass out. If you could just wake up to the full truth, that I don't even know what the full truth is, but if you just woke up to the full truth right now and it just got downloaded into your system, you would faint, you would pass out, you'd probably sleep for 3 days. It's that much to handle. It's unbearable to handle. The forces of light, the powers that be, the dark and the light are all working in this grand moment right now. It is a collective death and a collective rebirth, and I have no idea what's actually happening. I have some ideas, but I have no idea if I'm right. What I do know is how complex these events are. These global events are massively complex, Some conspiracy theorists, will talk about the president and the power, the politics. Guys, it's a whole other level. These are all puppets. These individuals are all puppets at a whole other level of spirit that are the real puppeteers up top, up above, working this planet right now. So what this shows us is how thin that veil is between a totally ordered and normal society and absolute fucking chaos. It was this thin. It was this thin. It was a week, 1 week, okay? Now, what do we do practically in this situation? It's difficult because there's this forced isolation, there's this forced agenda, but try and thrive during this time. Do your exercises, get out in nature, eat the right foods. When you're out in public, let me tell you something, guys. When you're out in public and you're picking up on this fear all around you, it's not yours. And it's not the virus. It's not fear of the virus. It's fear itself. It exists as a vibration everywhere you look right now. You have to be able to train yourself to smell it, to taste it, the fear. It's a layer on top of truth. And I'm not choosing it. I'm not interested in it, okay? So when you're out and about and you find yourself in these moments of just fearing the virus, oh my God, someone coughed, oh my God, someone sneezed, you're losing, you're dropping the ball. It has to be business as usual for you with energetic awareness and protection. I'm always thinking about energetic awareness and protection for all viruses, for colds, for energy, for noxious energies. It's a business as usual for me. I'm always tuning into, wow, I don't want to shake this person's hand. I don't want to hug this person. I don't want to be in this room for too long. It feels heavy in this room. But it has nothing to do with the virus. That's just a way of life, a way of being, right? So what I'm trying to pass to you here is that you want to really sniff out like a bloodhound when you're in this state of fear of the virus, because you're dropping the ball if that happens. This way of life that is being indoctrinated upon us right now, the stifling that is occurring to our immune system, to our mental well-being, to our flow, to our finances, is infinitely more toxic and dangerous than the virus itself. The stagnancy, the fear, the financial burden, the change, the dramatic change, all of that is way more potent than the virus itself. So my encouragement for you here is to look at the truth. This way of life that we're all being herded into right now, that is the virus. This is the virus. This will get people sick. This will create massive mental illness issues, massive suicide issues, all kinds of illnesses. I had a friend text me this morning. He said, if Detox Dudes was a public stock, I would be purchasing it right now. And the truth is that we must choose health and vitality during this time. It's not about choosing to defend against the virus. Take some practical steps, of course, okay? I always take practical steps when things are alive in the space. I'm always taking practical steps whenever something comes my way. If it's consuming you, if your whole life is around not getting this virus, you're missing the point, you're dropping the ball. It's fine to be in isolation. It's fine to be having to listen to the powers that be right now. You know, I mean, what am I going to do? All of my freaking places are closed right now. Everywhere I go is closed right now. There's a vulnerability, there's a helplessness here. You know, in some regard, I could just start a movement and start gathering thousands of people to go outside until we all get arrested. Maybe that's one idea I had at some point. When you're doing all of these things, know that you're doing it because you're responding to the response. You're not responding to the coronavirus. You're not doing all of this stuff in order to not get the coronavirus. You're doing this because there is a global agenda that is forcing us here, and to surf against these waters is going to be quite difficult. It's possible, but it's quite difficult, and it's not the path I'm choosing right now. I am letting this tide take me where it wants. However, I'm not in my mind, I'm not thinking, yes, this is exactly how we should all be living to protect against this virus. And I'm not thinking inside myself to do all of these things in order to not get the virus. Anyway, you catch my point here. I think I'm going on and on. My message to everybody on this fine morning is to be really present with how thin that veil is, guys. If you've experienced mental illness, if you've experienced pain, if you've experienced sickness, now is an opportunity to look outside in the world and drop that program that you've had of everybody else is totally fine, everybody else is doing amazing, everybody else is great, and I suck, I'm not good enough. Why does everybody else feel like they have their shit together? You can drop all of that right now. Really nurture and focus on yourself during this winter. And I have a feeling this is going to be going on for a while, guys. I have a feeling this is going to be a 3 to 6 plus, even 1 year alteration to humanity, to the system, changing of everything as you know it. All right, guys, so the last thing here is to keep your energy moving. Don't get stagnant. When we get stagnant, we are going to attract illness. Keep your energy moving. Go for walks, get a rebounder trampoline, go for bike rides. I just bought a bike the other day. Keep your energy moving if you want to keep this physical body to, protect yourself against any viruses, bacteria, again, just being healthy, right? All right, guys, I'm going on and on here. That's all I got for you. Peace.